There are words you're saying every single day that are quietly shaping your entire life. Words that sound harmless, normal, even funny, but they are silently programming your subconscious to expect lack, chaos, delay, and defeat. Florence Scovel Shinn once said, "Man's word is his wand filled with magic and power." Most people don't realize how literally true that is. Your subconscious mind is not logical. It doesn't interpret or negotiate. It absorbs. It obeys. It takes your words as instructions and molds your reality to match them. It doesn't know when you're joking. It doesn't care if you didn't mean it. It only listens, and it listens carefully. This is where people go wrong. They say things like, "I'm always broke. Nothing ever works out for me. I'm so tired of this." Or, "I can't take it anymore." They repeat these phrases so casually, so often, that they become mental scripts, commands, embedded into the deepest layers of the subconscious. And once those commands take root, the mind begins to shape life to fit that message. This is not superstition. It's structure. Mental structure. And Florence warned about it long before science caught up. She didn't just teach positive thinking. She taught conscious language. Because the words you speak form the blueprint of your future. So if you've been wondering why your reality isn't changing, if you've been stuck in a loop of frustration, delay, or confusion, it's time to look at what you're saying, both out loud and in your mind. In this video, I'll show you exactly which words and phrases are sabotaging your subconscious, and how to replace them with new language that aligns with power, peace, and abundance. Words that activate healing. Words that tell your mind a new story, the one you're actually meant to live. This is not just about speaking differently. It's about becoming conscious of the silent spells you've been casting and breaking them. Now let's get specific. You've probably said these words, maybe even today, and until now, you had no idea they were working against you. Listen closely. "I can't afford that. I'm just not lucky. I'm terrible at relationships. This always happens to me. I'll never get it right." You may say these things casually, with a sigh, with a laugh, out of habit. But your subconscious? It doesn't take it lightly. It takes it literally. Every one of those sentences carries a frequency, a vibration of fear, lack, powerlessness. And the subconscious picks up that frequency and begins to align your reality to match it. Florence explained that when you speak, you're planting seeds. And most people are planting weeds, unconsciously, constantly, without realizing it. They say, "Money is tight," and then wonder why unexpected bills keep showing up. They say, "I'm just not good enough," and then watch opportunity after opportunity pass them by. They complain, they fear, they joke about their failures, and then they're shocked when life responds accordingly. But here's the truth. Your words are the blueprint. Your subconscious is the builder. And if your blueprint is broken, chaotic, negative, the structure of your life will reflect that. It's not just about being positive. This isn't surface-level optimism. It's about speaking with alignment, with clarity, with awareness that your voice is a creative tool, that your language is magnetic, that your subconscious is listening all the time. Instead of saying, "I'm always tired," you shift to, "I'm learning to honor my energy." Instead of, "I can't catch a break," you say, "Every day things are aligning more and more in my favor." And no, it doesn't mean pretending life is perfect. It means you stop handing your power over to frustration. It means you stop using your words to curse your future. Because if you knew how deeply your words were shaping your tomorrow, you'd start speaking like your life depends on it. Because it does. Some of the most dangerous words you can speak aren't loud. They're not dramatic. They're not filled with obvious negativity. They're quiet. They're polite. They sound reasonable. And that's why they're so powerful, because they slip under your awareness. Words like, I'll try. Maybe. We'll see. I hope so. Hopefully things get better. These words may feel harmless, even responsible, but they carry a hidden frequency, one of doubt, hesitation, and disconnection from personal power. Florence often reminded people that vague language produces vague results. When you say, I'll try, your subconscious doesn't register commitment. It hears uncertainty, and it mirrors that uncertainty back to you through indecision, delays, and scattered outcomes. When you say maybe, you're not giving your subconscious a direction. You're giving it fog, confusion, mixed signals. The subconscious doesn't create from indecision. It creates from clarity. It doesn't build from hope. It builds from belief. Florence encouraged boldness, not recklessness, but boldness of spirit. She spoke of faith as certainty, of words as declarations, because when you speak with power, you become powerful. When you speak from doubt, you create more reasons to doubt. Let's be honest. How many times have you said, hopefully it works out, when deep down, you were already bracing for disappointment? That's not hope. That's hidden fear. Dressed in polite language. You don't need to shout your dreams to the world, but you must speak them to yourself with conviction. Replace I'll try with I'm doing this. Replace maybe someday with it's already unfolding. Replace hopefully with I trust the process. It might feel strange at first, but that's only because you're breaking the habit of self-sabotage. You're rewriting the mental script that's been running your life on autopilot. And the moment you shift your language, your life starts to shift with it. Because the subconscious doesn't wait for the perfect timing. It listens to the now. So what are you telling it? It's not just the words you speak. It's the words you allow into your space. Because what enters your ears enters your subconscious. Every complaint you hear, every conversation soaked in fear, lack, gossip, or sarcasm, every song lyric that repeats, I'm nothing without you, every news story telling you the world is getting worse, all of it becomes background noise to your conscious mind, but it's front and center for your subconscious. Florence Scovel Shinn was clear on this. Whatever man feels deeply or images clearly is impressed upon the subconscious mind and carried out in minutest detail. That means the conversations you allow, the content you consume, the energy you tolerate, they're all shaping your inner script. If you're constantly surrounded by people who speak in limitation, I'm so broke, men are trash, the world's going to hell, this is just how life is, you begin to adopt those beliefs without realizing it. You don't have to agree with them out loud. You just have to hear them enough times. That's how programming works. The subconscious is like soft clay, shaped by repetition. What's repeated becomes familiar. What's familiar becomes truth. So you must become fiercely protective of your mental environment. You don't have to cut people out of your life, but you must guard your mind. Limit the noise. Choose your input like your life depends on it, because it does. Start filling your space with voices that remind you of your power, with messages that align with where you're going, not where you've been. Speak life into yourself and surround yourself with people who do the same. Because even if you say the right affirmations every morning, if you're spending the rest of your day surrounded by energy that contradicts them, your subconscious will follow the stronger influence. And often, the strongest influence is the one you didn't even realize was playing in the background. So ask yourself, what words are you allowing to shape you? There comes a point in your journey when you realize no one is coming to fix your story. No one is going to rescue your mind from the words you keep repeating. Only you can do that. And this is that moment. You've been speaking unconsciously, reacting, echoing things your parents used to say, absorbing language from school, social media, relationships, television, and letting all of it become your identity. But now you get to choose. Florence Scovel Shinn taught that the subconscious is obedient, not selective. It doesn't weigh what's good or bad. It simply obeys what is repeated, especially when charged with emotion. So if you've been repeating scarcity, self-doubt, or fear, your reality is not punishing you. It's just reflecting your script. And here's the power in that truth. If your words created the struggle, then your words can create the shift. You are not too late. You are not too broken. You are not stuck. You're just repeating patterns that no longer serve the person you're becoming. And the moment you decide to speak differently, to choose language that aligns with the life you want instead of the life you've settled for, everything begins to change. Start small. Start with awareness. Catch yourself when you say, I can't. Pause before saying, nothing works out. Notice when you start to speak from old pain and choose to reframe. You don't need a fake perfection. You just need to stop affirming limitation. Instead of, I'm tired of everything, try, I'm in the process of healing and clearing space. Instead of, it's always been this way, say, I'm open to a new experience, starting now. You don't need permission. You don't need proof. You just need to speak it and let the subconscious follow. Your voice is not just expression, it's creation, it's code, it's the steering wheel of your future. So speak like someone who finally realized they were holding the pen all along. You are not here by accident. You're listening to this message because a part of you is already waking up. A part of you knows deeply that your words have shaped your world. And now, you're ready to shape something different. Florence Scovel Shinn didn't teach from theory. She taught from truth. She lived this. And so can you. Every word is a seed. Every sentence is a spell. And the subconscious mind, your most loyal servant, is listening. So choose to speak from power. Choose to speak from vision. Choose to speak from who you're becoming, not who you used to be. You've spoken fear long enough. You've repeated other people's doubts long enough. Now it's time to speak life, to speak peace, to speak freedom. And watch the mirror of your reality begin to shift in ways that feel impossible until they become undeniable. Let this be your turning point. Right now, in the comments, declare it. Write this. I speak with power, and my subconscious listens. Let the universe see your words in writing. Let this be your signature of change. And if this message spoke to you, if you felt it in your body, in your spirit, then subscribe. Because this space is not just about information, it's about transformation. And every word shared here is meant to awaken your truth and ignite your power. So subscribe, turn on the bell, and stay close. Because the world is loud. But your voice, your intention, and your subconscious are louder. Speak wisely. Speak clearly. Speak with love. You were never meant to live small.